Hi everyone, welcome to this vlog and welcome to our channel. We're happily Everett after. My name is Mitchell.
I'm Amanda.
So for those of you who don't know us that are joining us, that's who we are. We created this channel back in 2016.
Yeah.
We're about to go on a Disney vacation. It's just gonna be us and
our little 2-year-old Jackson.
Yeah, so we're super excited for this trip. It's just truly a family vacation, something that we haven't done before. And if you follow along, you've seen all of our Disney stuff before. We're former cast members. We lived there for several years. We live in Tennessee now.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting to be able to take Jackson to the parks. We're super pumped. So this video is all about our packing and kind of the pre-phase of all the stuff that we're preparing for our vacation.
So this video is going to be about packing, kind of our like pre-planning. We filmed some videos when we first started packing, and now today is pre-travel day. And so we just kind of broke down some things for you guys we wanted to share that we thought would be interesting. So this is our third time bringing our son Jackson. And so a lot of this stuff we've brought every single time, and some of the stuff is brand new to us, and we're learning different things like as he grows and as his needs change. But I do think, so his first trip he was 8 months, his second trip he was 1.5 years, and this year he's 2.5. And I think that a lot of the same things from like last year are gonna be brought this year. These are just kind of like what we've learned, like what works for us and what works for him.
Yeah, and one of the things that we realized is that we did forget a couple of things. Even when you really plan everything out, there's always something I feel like that goes missing.
Yeah, definitely.
And it never fails with us. So one of the things that we use to fix that or try to help us is we create lists of like what we need to bring. So that's how we start out our vacation.
So once we have our lists created and like the trip is getting a little bit closer, we start like gathering things like different clothes. We pick out ears to go with outfits and all just this kind of stuff that we don't need for like the few days leading up to the trip. And we will either be really proactive and like actually pack it, or we'll just kind of leave it in a pile somewhere near the suitcases, and then eventually it kind of just all gets packed in there.
One of the things we did was super smart, I feel like, on our part, and we'll get to that in a little bit, just how we packed and how we planned for this trip. But first I want to talk about something that we decided to do this trip, and it might not apply for your vacation or how you do things.
We decided to make a Walmart pickup order for some groceries and some little things that we think we're gonna need. So instead of bringing down big packs of diapers and wipes and everything, we placed a Walmart pickup order for some diapers, for some wipes, for some toothpaste for Jackson. We could have brought his, but his is running out anyway.
Yeah.
And then snacks. And then the one thing that I added on last minute to the Walmart order was sandwich baggies, little plastic baggies to put the snacks in when we bring them to the park. We tried to just like save a little bit of money and not get like travel size like packs of things. We just did like, you know, the regular package, and then we'll just put it in our little sandwich bags.
It was very smart. I completely forgot it. And again, you're gonna forget things, and thankfully we have Walmart right there.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff might not apply to you because for this trip, and like our last, we are flying down. It's about an 1.5 hour flight from where we are now to the airport we're landing at, which is about 45 minutes away from Disney property. We're renting a car, and again, we're using Turo. If you're not familiar with Turo, the basics of it is you're renting somebody's actual car. It's not a company.
Yeah.
We found it to be super reliable, easy, cheap, honestly, really cheap.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did again. So after a lot of research on rental cars, because yeah, we could take an Uber, we could take a Lyft, but there's a lot of things we want to do outside of the Disney gates, and we have a lot of things planned for that. So we just figured it's going to save us money by renting a car.
Yeah, definitely.
After looking at the prices and comparing them, literally using Turo for the same type of car as what we use on like Hertz or, you know, Alamo, those type of rental cars, we literally cut it in half, the total price.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which is really significant. And so far we've had great things with Turo, so we're excited to use that again.
Yeah.
So now let's deep dive into what we're packing in our suitcases, what we're taking, and like how we're traveling. So our first suitcase that we have of 2 for us includes, this is where we talked about us being really smart. We have 2 different hotels that we're staying at. So the first night we're staying at the Polynesian, the second night is Polynesian, and then after that our trip starts at Bay Lake Towers. With that in mind, we thought it would be better to pack 1 suitcase for the first 2 nights at the Polynesian, and then pack the second suitcase with all the things for Bay Lake Tower. typically when we pack our suitcases, we're packing, it's like my suitcase, Amanda's suitcase, and we put our own things in there. I usually take on a little bit more of hers. That's how we end up.
Like the toiletry bag, or like some extra shoes or some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, now I won't lie, I do take a lot of things to Disney because I like, doing a lot of stuff at Disney and wearing different things. But for this trip, again, we just decided it would be so much better. So that way we can leave one suitcase at the car and not have to bring it up into the hotel. And all of the stuff that we had planned out would be right here in one suitcase instead of bringing it all up.
It does make the second suitcase really light.
Yes.
And it's like half packed, which is great for souvenirs to bring back on the way home. So the first case is a little more like jam packed. It's got a lot of like random little things in it, but I think it works.
Yeah, I think so too. And luckily, everything that we need for the first bit of the trip all fits in there, and it is under our weight limit. So that's the most important thing. In the first suitcase, some of the major things that we have in here, as you'll see from the video, is we have our sunscreen packed in there. We have some bags in there, which you can't tell what's in it, but it's things for Jackson that he needs, kind of toiletry items, small little things that just in case he may need. Amanda's sleep mask is in there as well. You're also going to see this pink bag that Amanda uses puts all her like hair products and accessories.
It's like all like hair and makeup and like jewelry, but I'm not really bringing much jewelry on this trip. So it's just like my hair and makeup stuff. It includes like my straightener and my brush and everything. So that bag is really big. Yeah, and then we also got Jackson's headphones for the plane if he needs them. There's some hats. We've got our Halloween. For the plane.
Oh,
they're for the plane. They would be in his
True.
bag.
They are for like loud noises in the park. We haven't had any issues with Jackson with that before.
He got scared at Fantasmic last year.
He did. He ended up loving it.
Not like scared to where he didn't like it, but like scared to where he just kind of like climbed up into us a little bit. So I think it'd be like useful to just like have the headphones. Just in case.
Yeah, it's just more of a backup.
Yeah.
We also have our Halloween costumes in there as well that we're super excited for. Mickey's Not So Scary. And you'll have to watch the vlogs to see what we dress up as. We got shoes in there. And then of course, what we do is we pack by day as far as our outfits go. And for Amanda,
I packed my ears in between each outfit so that way I knew which ears went with each outfit. And I say ears like multiple because some days have like options. Some days have like you are wearing at least 2 ears this day. You have to switch out. Or that like just in case. Like some of them are a little heavy or a little tight or something, so I have like backup ears. Yeah, and of course we're going to be, we did mention earlier, but we're going to be on Instagram and we're going to be on TikTok. So if you want to see what Amanda has chosen for her park days, make sure to go check out Instagram and TikTok. You can find us at happily _Everett_after, or just search in happily Everett after and you'll find us on one of those 2 platforms. So the next bag we are looking at is Jackson's suitcase. So the top part has some of his more like little things. We've got some books. We picked like really flat books and light books, and that way they don't make that bag weigh too much. We have his hat and his sunglasses, Mickey Mouse of course. That like white oblong thing, it's like really cool. It's like a 4-in-1, like this sounds so disgusting. It's like a picker. So we like use it to like help him with like personal stuff. And then we've also got a, sorry, really gross again, a snot sucker. It just is what it is, people. The reason we're bringing that is because we have 2 at home. And the last trip we went and he got a runny nose on like the second to last day there. And so we really needed the snot sucker to help him out. So we're bringing it just in case. Then we've also got his swimsuits. We have a little hooded towel just for the pool and or a bath. We got his swim shoes. We also have his swim diapers. So we've got some disposable swim diapers and some reusable swim diapers, pajamas, extra outfits and shirts. And then all of his outfits are packed in clear bags just so they can stay together. He has 2 outfits or at least 2 shirts for every single day because he's a kid and he's messy, and you know, who knows if we're gonna have time to change him before you go into a splash pad, or if you remember to bring, you know, an extra outfit. Last year we kind of neglected to change his diaper at one point and he ended up peeing on me at lunch. So like through his diaper, through his clothes. So we always just carry like a full extra outfit. They're not just shirts, they're like full extra outfits in every bag. bag.
Yeah.
So we just keep them together. That way we know what day is what. And it's like hectic getting a 2-year-old dressed in the morning.
Very hectic.
So the easier everything is, the better for us.
And I was definitely thinking about the swash bag. That was on my mind the whole time. It's like, if he just goes and we're not, you know,
and odds
not
are
ready,
he's gonna just go.
Yeah, because he's gonna love it. Again, the suitcase that you're seeing now is just our second suitcase. Nothing really special in there. It's just more clothes and stuff for the last couple of days.
Then we kind of move on to our sort of plain bags. So the big bag that you see that says Up a Baby on it, that has our stroller in it. So we have the Up a Baby Cruise version 2. We are obsessed with that stroller, and we purchased this plain travel bag because it provides insurance for the stroller in case anything happens to it while it is traveling. And because we love our stroller so much, we decided to get this travel bag just to keep it a little extra safe. And it's really cool the way it like folds in and everything packs into it, so we really love it. And then we just have a like pretty standard car seat travel bag. Yeah. So we just took the extra car seat we have out of Mitchell's car, we packed it away in there, and it's just a pretty standard like bag just to kind of keep it together, keep it from getting dirty or wet or anything. And then the other 2 little bags down there are just going to be our plain carry-on bags. So the Spider-Man one is Jackson. We've got some snacks in there and some little toys in there for him. The bigger one that says Walt Disney World on it is mine. It used to be my mom's when we went on Disney vacations when I was little, so it's really nice to have that. And you know, just got the standard stuff in there kind of. I'll hold Jackson's tablet in there. It's a little too heavy for him. You know, of course, wallet and, you know, a little hoodie and like extra snacks and all that sort of stuff will be in my bag.
So let's deep dive into our bag that we usually pack for the parks. We have a lot of essentials in here, and a lot of the stuff we definitely recommend having. It's based obviously on our vacation needs, but I think they're very useful, at least almost all these. First up, we have the fuel rod. Now we have 2, we purchased these 2 a while back. We're also grandfathered into the new program. So with the fuel rod, we are lucky enough that we can exchange fuel rods at any time without any cost. However, the new program, if you do exchange out a fuel rod, I think it's only like $2, maybe up to $5, but I'm pretty sure it is $2. It's great. You can exchange these out at the parks. They have multiple locations at each park. Or if you're not even going to Disney, some of the Universal and SeaWorld parks have the fuel rod program as well. So super useful. They have such a big charge, hold such a big charge, so definitely something worth to have. Second up, we have basically our camera needs. You can see the camera here that we have. We have the Canon G7X Mark II. It's been super useful. This is my second version of it. We sent our last one in to get cleaned up, and they're like, hey, we can't clean it, here's a replacement for $400. So we ended up doing that instead, but it's been a great camera. It's been great for the parks, great overall for anything you do in vlogging wise. We have a couple of tripods that we use. We're bringing this one on the trip that you see, and we have a hard drive. I bring my laptop so that way I can exchange everything that we have from the camera to the hard drive. That way we don't lose any kind of memories that we've created on the camera. And lastly, of course, camera bag. It has our batteries in it. It has more memory cards, things like that, so we can put the camera away.
So those 2 little fans, sadly were accompanied by a third, except the third broke on us. So the third was like a much bigger fan. It had a much bigger clip on it, but it broke when we tried to charge it.
Yeah.
Sad. Anyway, but those 2 fans are really great. So the one fan is kind of on like a bendable legged tripod, which is really great. It's got 3 speeds on it, works really well, holds a really good charge, I would say. Yeah. And that one charges with a C, what is it called? Like a C charger cable, whatever it is. And so it's kind of like super adaptable. You can charge it like with kind of whatever now.
Or the fuel rod.
Or the fuel rod, yeah. And then the other one, we got that like, a few years ago, I think. It's definitely 3 years ago at least. Yeah. And it's really cool. It's got, you can either like stand it and like hold it like on like its little stick, or it's got like little tripod legs at the bottom when you like stretch it out. So that's kind of really cool. I like that one. And that one also charges, and we can charge that one with the fuel rod as well. Next up, we have our baby carrier. I absolutely love it. Yes, Jackson is 2.5. Hear me out, people. Hear me out. The last trip. Okay, so this is the Lilla Baby. So it's a Lilla Baby, the all seasons, 4 seasons, whatever it is.
Some of the seasons.
Yeah, some of the seasons. It's great. We love it. Unfortunately, we didn't use it as much when Jackson was a baby as what we had hoped to use it for. And we don't use it with him as a toddler except for when we're in Disney.
Yeah.
Because last year when we went, he just, some naps, he just didn't want to take in the stroller, or he got too tired and too grumpy, or we were out going to do something. So I ended up buying a really cheap baby carrier from Target last year because we just couldn't hold him anymore. He's getting so heavy, and these baby carriers go up to like a really good like weight. So especially this Lila baby can hold more than the extra carrier that we have. And so we're just gonna bring it. He can also ride piggyback on it, which is great, and he can sleep piggyback if he wanted to. And I think he's really gonna enjoy like seeing the park that way without being in the stroller and without using his little legs to walk around, because there's a lot of Disney to walk around.
There's a lot, and he's gonna wanna walk, and he's gonna be so tired.
I know.
Up next is our rain jackets, and this is so important to us. You can obviously buy ponchos at Disney for 20 bucks, but you can get them at Disney if you want. They're a lot of material, but rain jackets are just so much better. They're more durable, they last longer. So we've been packing our rain jackets because no matter when you're in Florida, there's always a % chance of rain, always. And especially when we're going now, it is still rainy season, it's still hurricane season, so you have that to deal with. So with that being said, we have 3 rain jackets for all of us, and we usually just keep it in our bag. That way, no matter what, even if it doesn't say it's gonna rain, we have it. Or on the off chance you want to wear it during a water ride, we have that as well. So the last thing we have is our liquid IV and our little collapsible bottle. I just love this bottle. We got it on Amazon. I don't know how much liquid it holds, probably like 24 ounces maybe? Something like that, yeah. But it's so cool. So like we just kind of, fill it up with some water, and we like to keep it just for our liquid IV. We found that liquid IV tends to like, the scent and like the flavor of it kind of stays in our metal bottles for a little bit longer than what we like. So we have this one that's just for liquid IV, and so our favorite flavor of it, we've tried a whole bunch. I like fruit flavored things, but our favorite one has been the lemon lime. It's really good. Doesn't taste too salty. It's not too like fruity. It's really delicious. It's so refreshing. And then we found these firecracker popsicle ones, and so we got a little 3-pack of them. So we're really excited to try it on this trip. I think they're going to be good. And liquid IV, let me speak from experience, it brings you back from the dead. I can't tell you how important this is. And you may be thinking, okay, well, whatever, it's just one of those like energy powders, whatever. It's really not. I was very skeptical of it, and I didn't want to try it for the longest time, and I finally did. And I'm just telling you, when you feel dehydrated, you got a headache, you're feeling nauseous, like you're beat from the heat in Florida, you have one of these, and like it's like instantly you're ready to go again. Yeah, seriously, it's pretty instant. It's just like it's like a hydration packet. It's an electrolyte packet, and it has salt in it, and so it kind of helps you sustain those electrolytes. It's really great, and we really love that collapsible bottle, because that means when we're done, we're not carrying around like a big bottle. Just fold it up, rinse it out, fold it up, and then that's it. That's all the stuff we have packed for the trip. Now there are a couple things that we didn't show on here that are really important, like Jackson has his stuffed animals that he's going to be bringing, his little blanket. We also bring a monitor with us for the room, and then we also have a hatch. And if you're not familiar with the hatch, it's basically just a sound and light system for babies and kids, and he uses one, and so we'll be bringing that as well. We also sometimes we try to child-proof the room, so we'll have like little safety things that we to plug up the exposed outlets, things like that. Yeah, the outlets and doorknob covers, definitely. Packing is such a essential and really important thing to any vacation, and you want to try to always get it right. So again, this is all of our stuff, and we decided to open up a Amazon storefront, basically where you can find not all, but most of the items that we like to take to our park. So you'll be able to find the link to all that in the description below via Linktree. All that stuff that we use is there, like
like our Lila Baby all seasons baby carrier, the rain jacket that Mitchell has. Mine has a monogram, but Mitchell's has is available on Amazon. Our Up-A-Baby stroller bag, the swim diapers we use for Jackson, the collapsible water bottle, the liquid IV in a whole bunch of different flavors, but we'll specifically put up the lemon lime for you guys. Jackson's headphones that will be used for the plane, like the plug-in headphones with cute little Mickey Mouse ears, and the external hard drive, some other sort of camera stuff up there. So our link tree is gonna have a whole bunch of different things that like we use in either like daily life or like while we're in the parks and stuff like that. You can just kind of see what we use when we're on vacation. If you like it, you can buy it for yourself too.
That's it for our packing vlog. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below, how we pack, and if you have any suggestions of what you do that you think would be useful to us, and then any other viewers that are watching as well. We're so excited for this trip. We hope you guys follow along with us. So if you're excited, you want to see more Disney things, you want to see what it's like taking a 2.5-year-old to Disney, make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow along on all of our adventures. That's it for this vlog. We'll see you at Disney.